Everybody loves Benny because Benny is Benny-rific.
Hello everybody, my name is Ben. Welcome back to my channel. We are at the end of the year. This is the 23rd of December. We're 2 days from Christmas. So let me wish everybody Merry Christmas early. But I want to do a little wrap up for my comic book reading for the year 2024. I'm going to do my top 5 favorite series. So the only criteria here is either it's an ongoing series or a mini series that started this year. So anything from last year that that went to this year are not qualified. So that takes a bunch of good stuff came out last year away. But let's start. Before we start with the good, we'll start with the bad. I'm going with the most disappointing series of the year. For those who's been watching my video about my unboxing video, one book that's really disappointed me this year is Wolverine Revenge by Marvel Comics, art by Greg Capullo, written by Jonathan Hickman. Now again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. When this series was first being announced, I was super hyped for it. I mean, given who the writer is and who the artist is, yeah, it was really disappointing. The story is a mess. The art, I've never seen Greg Capullo's art being any worse than this. Maybe his early days in X-Force. Even before then, I've seen his What If stuff that's better than this. Yeah, very disappointing. Anyways, let's go with the good. Let's talk about that Jonathan Hickman guy again. So this is, we'll do some honorable mention, but before that, this is my favorite single issue, one shot of the year. This is Doom. This is written by Jonathan Hickman, and it's art by, who is it by? Hold on. I want to give everybody the proper credits. This is art by Sanford Green. Well, very beautifully illustrated by Sanford Green. It's a tale of the Doctor Doom and his final battle with Galactus after the entire Earth heroes were decimated, and Valeria finds him drifting in space because he lost the first battle with Galactus. And this is a really, really well written. Very again, art by Sanford Green is gorgeous. I just kicked myself for not buying the first print, so to get the second print. Second print is great. It's a really nice cover too. So if you haven't read it, I do recommend. You probably get to find the second print at your local comic store for a cover price. Yeah, Doom, one shot from Marvel Comics. Now let's go for some honorable mention. I'll do it by company. So first from Dark Horse Comics, this is Dawn Runner, written by Ram V, art by Evan Kego. Sorry, Evan Kego. If you're a fan of the whole Kaiju giant mech battle, this is for you. Also has a lot to do with the whole mentality of the pilot for the mechs. So give that very much the Pacific Rim and the Neon Genesis Evangelion vibe. And art is by Evan Kegel is really, really detailed. So I highly recommend this one. This is the same team that just started the New God series for DC Comics, which I heard the first issue is wonderful. I can't wait to get that in my hand and read it myself. So yeah, this is Dark Horse Comics. Dawn Runner is I think it's a 5 or 6 issue miniseries. So that's a recommendation. It's also top on my honorable mention list. Next one is also a Dark Horse comic. This is Nemesis Gallery. Mark Millar. This is part of the Millarverse, written by Mark Millar, art by Valerio Giordano. This is the follow-up. This is the third series from the Nemesis series. This is the follow-up of the Big Game, Millarverse storyline from last year, where Nemesis is now a broken, defeated man that's in prison. Now he's trying to get out and try to rebuild his empire. Very violent, of course, if you read the previous Nemesis series. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot of good read. Also, again, from Dark Horse Comics. And finally, from Dark Horse Comics, we have Nightclub Volume 2, also by Mark Millar, art by Juanan Ramirez. This is the story of the 3 teenagers that became vampires, then use their powers for good, become superheroes. Second volume, we have a breakup of the team. The two guys, fell in love with the same girl, and so he's from a team and made a huge mistake. Last 2 issue was absolutely crazy. I don't want to spoil it because the series is still going on. I love the first series. I'm loving the second series. Big thumbs up. Next one we have from Image. This is the Red Coat. This is part of the Jeff Johns' Ghost Machine universe. This art by Jeff Johns. Written by Jeff Johns. Art by Brian Hitch. It's a tale of our main character. And he's very much like a rogue, a scoundrel. But when he gains his power of immortality, well, slowly you can see as issues progresses, he becomes like a heroic character. As anything from the current Jeff Johns Ghost Machine world is really, really good. Anyways, art's great. Brian Hitch, well known for his art. Jeff Johns, one of the best writers in the industry. This is a very good book. And finally, okay, from Marvel Comics we have Alien versus Avengers. This is a 4-issue series. There's only 2 issues out right now. It's written by Jonathan Hickman. Hey, back to that Hickman guy again. It's art by Eric Rabick. It's fully painted. It's beautifully drawn. If you like Avengers, this is so far much better than any of the current Marvel 20 Fox Universe, Predator Alien crossover. It's a story of how the remaining heroes deal with the alien infestation on Earth. I'm looking forward to it. First 2 issues, fantastic. Hopefully the next 2 issues doesn't disappoint. Anyways, I do recommend this. You can probably find this, maybe a second print for a cover price at your local comic store. It's a pickup, must pick up. Finally, the last honorable mention here we have Ultimate Spider-Man from Marvel Comics. This is written by that Jonathan Hickman guy again. It's art mostly by Marco Cicchetto, and from time to time Dave Messina does the art too. So that's the big issue here. Is that Marco Cicchetto's art is so much better than Dave Messina. So when it suddenly switches over, it's a notable difference. But the reason is, it's not that this book isn't well written or is well drawn when it's Marco Cicchetto doing the art. The issue is that it gets everything a longtime Spider-Man fan like me wants, but it's you have Peter's married to Mary Jane. The great chemistry between Uncle Ben's still alive and May's not there, so this partnership between Jonah Jameson and Uncle Ben, which was well done. Also, Peter's relationship with Harry Osborn, Peter's relationship with the kids, everything is good. It's mostly well written, but the only thing that's making it not on my top 5 list is that sometimes it doesn't feel like a Spider-Man book because I read the first 11 issues and Spider-Man actually only fights crime twice in 11 issues. So it's a little bit weird for Spider-Man, that should be going around stop crime. The only other time you see him, there's like a Daily Bugle, front page where Spider-Man stops, how Spider-Man stopping crime. I thought you don't really see it. Also, it's not really that much action. There's a lot of talking. I guess there's a lot of character development instead of actually action going on. It's not. That's one thing that's taking this just a notch below. I know a lot of people like this book. I do like this book, but if once again the art, once Dave Messina takes over, when switches off between Marco Cicchetto and Dave Messina, that lowers a bit. Also, the action really needs to pick up before I put this on the list. But it is very good. So honorable mention is there. All right. From top 5, here we go. Number 5. This is a recent edition. I just finished reading this last week. This is Green Lantern from DC Comics. It's written by Jeremy Adams, art by Exmonico. It is. If you're a fan of classic Green Lantern, this is actually the book for you. Green Lantern has not been good for a very long time, but Jeremy Adams, who's possibly the best writer DC has right now, has really re-energized this character. So it's Hal Jordan back on Earth after quitting the Green Lantern Corps and basically try to find himself again, try to get his life back together. There's also some really good. It's a great team up with the Flash. So give you that whole Brave and the Bold thing going on. Yeah, this is very good. This is probably the best. Well, my personal favorite DC ongoing DC series right now. Second volume comes out in February, so I can't wait to get that. All right, number 4. Number 4, here we go. This is Avengers Twilight. This is the only miniseries. No, that's not true. But anyway, this is a 6-issue miniseries, came out back in January. It's written by Chip Zdarsky, art by Daniel Kuna. So also, all the cover A's are beautifully painted by Alex Ross. So that's 3 things I have this going for you. Initially started off kind of like a Marvel version of Kingdom Come, but it turned out to be a little more than that. You know, it's basically about an older Captain America with the remaining heroes try to bring back the real American dream. Yeah, it's, the action's there, the story is really well written. For those who are disappointed by Zdarsky's Batman run, you will not be disappointed by this Avengers Twilight. Excellent book. I think the collection came out a few months ago, so pick that up. And number three, here we, let me do this right. All right, number 3. All right, number three. This is Uncanny Valley from Boom Studios. It's written by Tony Felice and art by Dave Wachter. This is a very, very fun series. It's like a combination of Roger Rabbit and Harry Potter. We have our main character who is half human, half cartoon. So all the classic cartoon tropes are in there when they confront with various cartoon characters. So he's some sort of chosen one that's supposed to give the Dark Lord supreme power or something like that. I think this is a 10-issue miniseries. I'm at issue 5 right now. So far, I'm really enjoying it. Tony Felice is one of the better writers in indies right now. Hopefully he gets some work with the big 2. Anyways, Uncanny Valley, my number 3 from Boom Studios. Now let's go to number 2. Number 2, here we go. Number 2, Transformers from Image Skybound, written by Daniel Warren Johnson. Art is the reason why it is not number 1. So, as you know, those who watches my video, I love this series. This is my favorite month-to-month series. Unfortunately, when Daniel Warren Johnson would need art, this would be number 1. And then he only did 6 issues. Then Jorge Corona, who's very good, who's still been number 1. But unfortunately, right now it's written by, I think, Jason Howard. The art has really dipped, so has fell to number 2. It is a must-have for those who would love the classic Transformers series. You know, I'm talking about the 80s, cartoon series. I think the action is great, especially when the art is great. When the early issues, when Daniel Warren Johnson's doing the art. Anyways, excellent series, just excellent. Even with Jason Howard, the story is still very good. The art, again, falls a little bit down, but one of the best series, monthly series out right now. And finally, number 1, we have Rook Exodus from Image Ghost Machine. This is written by Jeff Johns, art by Jason Fabok. This is that team that brought you 3 Jokers. This is much better than 3 Jokers. It's a tale of abandoned planet where these wardens, they have the power to control various animals. So our main character controls birds, and because his personality and his past history, the birds are resisting his control. Meanwhile, there's a warden of, I think, was it bears, that's killed the previous warden, has taken over the control of bears, and will try to track down, kill all the other wardens, replace them with his own henchmen. Yeah, it is so beautifully drawn. The art is gorgeous. Of course, Jeff Johns continued to prove himself to be one of the best writers in comics right now. This is the best, my pick for best of series of 2024. Rook Exodus from Image Comics. Now, looking forward to next year, there are some books that just came out this year. I think will have a potential to be on my list. First one is Absolute Wonder Woman from from DC Comics. It's written by Kelly Thompson and drawn by Hayden Sherman. Initially, when this was solicited, I wasn't too sure because I'm not the biggest Kelly Thompson fan. I haven't really read anything good from her for quite a long time. And Hayden Sherman, I like Hayden Sherman, was doing Chicken Devil. I think it's another series he did. Something he did with Scott Snyder. I don't remember what it was, but it came out like 2 years ago that I thought was pretty good. But I didn't think his art was flashy enough for Wonder Woman. But since reading it, I think this is the best Absolute book out right now. People say, Absolute Batman is really good. And it's a fun series, but it's most well written. And best characterization one, Absolute Wonder Woman. This is really good. And finally, the last one I think might make the list next year is another Image Energon Universe, but this is the new G.I. Joe series. Is written by Joshua Williamson, art by Tom Riley. Really nice guys. I met them at Midtown Comics a year ago. I'm not like a month or so ago. Anyways, yeah, if you like classic G.I. Joe, there's two of them. You got the Larry Hama, that's still the ongoing series from, decades ago, and you have this new series by Williamson and Tom Riley. It's the first issue has been fantastic, very action packed. I heard the second issue is very good too, so I should get that soon. But anyways, those are two books I think can make my top 5 list next year. And that is it. Thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment, see what books you like, what's on your top 5 list, my top 10 list. What do you like to recommend to me? Once again, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And if I don't drop another video by next week, Happy New Year. And yeah, all my social media info is down below. And share, like, and subscribe. And thank you very much. Have a good one.